After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
We have one.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, we are going. Okay.
We are going.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 418. Today is...
Who are you?
I am Lady Fernico.
I am
I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
We have started this 20 million times before, but obviously not. My name is Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy. And I guess you do normally say what today is, don't we?
Today is September 5th, 2020. It's Saturday as we are recording. It's episode 418. We want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We're glad to have you with us. If you are new, we are super happy that you have found us, and we hope you find something that you enjoy so you will stay with us. Tell your friends. We'd love to see them. And if you are returning, we're always glad to have you back. If you are in the shadows, just kind of watching, new or returning, we're glad to have you with us too. But if you'd like to be able to take part in things, please feel free to join the YouTube channel so we know you're here. Just press the little bell so you get notifications and subscribe. And if you would like to be able to do the actual alongs and be eligible for giveaways and things like that, coupon codes and stuff, you need to be a part of the PHN home group. And that's at phnpodcast.freeforums.net. Okay, so that's phnpodcast.freeforums.net. We'll just let you in when you tell us you want to come in.
It kind of feels like you should be sing-songing that.
La, 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 la. We will let you in when you let us know. We just don't want any bots. So, no bots. It is a bot-free zone.
So they're like vampires? They can only enter if we let them in?
Yes. So we will hope to see you there when you come. We do have 2 brand new members for our PHN group, and we're really excited to have them. We have Leona 02 and Yarn Crafter. So welcome, both of you. And I think Leona is actually a returning member. I got an email from her from our old group. She had difficulty getting into the place I sent the email to, and so she just now contacted me. So she's back, and we're really super glad to have her.
Yes, we are.
And Yarn Crafter, we're also glad to have you as well. Very glad to have you. What do you have in your mug? Or how many do you have projects?
I have 5.
I think I have 7. I think. I didn't count. I think 7 or 8, so I have more. So in my owl mug, my blue owl mug, look, he's got like a hat.
He does have like a hat.
Davina gave me this. I forget when the Christmases or birthdays or Mother's Day or something.
Sometimes she just gives you owl things because she can.
Yeah, she does. When we were going out and about.
Yeah.
She would.
Because I think that's probably from Cracker Barrel.
Actually, I think this one is from that big dollar store by where CVS used to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and actually they moved that to where Martin's is now.
Oh, okay.
Not Martin's, where Food Lion used to be.
Oh, okay.
So they moved that. But that particular one, I think that's where she got it. Haven't been in there since they moved it. But in any event, in here, today we're not having Plum Deluxe. I couldn't find a caffeinated one in my rush to get some tea that I wanted to have.
Oh, is this the monkey one?
This is my chocolate monkey.
Okay, then I can go ahead and drink mine.
From the Vine and Leaf Fine Teas and Artisan Chocolates. So
I was holding off drinking mine. I've got an itch. I was holding off drinking mine in case she was drinking something that I liked so I could taste it. But I don't like things with banana in it. A lot of times the banana overwhelms things. I used to be okay with banana. Now I just really don't like it.
This is really good in the chocolate monkey because it has enough chocolate in it. I'm going to have to order some more because this is all I have left. The one I wanted to have today was one I got from Percival when my husband and I went on our 30th anniversary to this fantastic restaurant. There was this little tea shop, and I only have like maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon of tea in there, so I couldn't have it. So I have to wait till I can get some more.
Can you order it online?
I'm going to check, but I hope they're still open. They were just a little shop.
Yeah, that's always hard. But the good thing about tea places is they can do online. If they can figure that part out, they can just send it in the mail.
So I'm hoping, and I also want to get more of this because I'm running out of this. I think I might have another 1.5 cups maybe. So I really like this. Now, that doesn't mean that we've abandoned Andy. He is our main online...
Our main man?
Our main man, yeah. He's our main online person. But we'd like to do local as well. So the Vine and Leaf and that place in Percival.
I'm hearing like a movie in my head where either someone says they're the main man or they're the
my main man. Oh, that's Aquaman, believe it or not. Actually, he says my man.
No. The one it's like maybe he didn't call himself the main man. It was the something man. It was the oh man, it's gone. It's gone.
Your main man is gone?
Yeah, that's gone too.
Okay, come on, your turn, tea.
Okay, so I am drinking some Simpson and Vale, and I received a Simpson and Vale magazine in the mail yesterday.
Is it a magazine or a catalog?
It's a catalog. So we can review it together later.
Yay!
So we can look through and see the different teas because it's fun.
Yes.
And if I
We
forget,
might not be able to do all this online. Might have to be later because
yeah, I was gonna say if I forget, we'll just have to save for tea time.
time. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'll have to make sure I don't throw that away.
Yeah.
And tea time, that's kind of a weird reference if you don't know. Tea time is something we do on the Patreon.
And for those who don't realize that we have been discussing with one of our members, Looney Hiker, who has offered to help us with this, we might be doing every other one a Zoom.
On the Patreon, yeah.
On the Patreon. So not here. This will remain
This will remain the same.
like it is. But we're already long enough. But
And also, I'm not sure I could handle the mass of people
Right.
who might
who might find
who
us.
might come in for a normal podcast Zoom,
Yeah.
simply because I don't have the spoons for that.
So we might be doing that, and that might be the time we talk about the catalog, is when we're doing a Zoom on the Patreon tea time.
Yeah.
So,
But this one, I chose to go with Jane Austen today. So this is Jane Austen's Black Tea Blend. And it's got, okay, it says you'll feel like one of Jane Austen's heroines as you sip this delicate-looking blend that houses surprising strength. An undertone of vanilla is accentuated by warm lavender and cooling mint. And I usually am hesitant about lavender, but this is actually really good. It's got black tea, spearmint, lavender flowers, and vanilla flavor.
that sounds good.
I let you have a taste. You've liked this.
Where's my water at? I want to clear my palate.
You need to get that banana out of your system.
No, I just need to get it out of my palate.
And I'm using my,
And
all I
this
want to
is-
do
yeah.
is hug all the bunnies.
I was just going to say that. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, that is good.
Isn't that good?
It's a little milder than I thought you would like.
I usually have that if I...
Oh, there's
if
the
I-
mint. There's the mint.
Yeah, it's got an after.
Yeah.
A little after bite.
After mint, yeah.
An after mint?
An after mint. Exactly an after mint. Mint. You guys met Mint last week. I'm not going to bring him back out. He's busy eating his mint. For those of you who were not
He actually
here,
looks like he's licking his mint.
yes, that's why I wanted it.
Okay.
For those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about, which is not surprising because
it's kind of weird.
weird. Ty and I have a little character on our phones, and his name is Mint.
I don't know what his name actually is. In
We
the
call
thing.
him Mint.
It's a little emoji guy.
Yeah, and we call him Mint.
He's green, like kind of like an alien kind of thing, and he like hugs mints and things like that.
So we call him Mint. Anyway, so I took one of the amigurumi, and I can't remember her name. She has all these little cute little alien kind of amigurumi, and I altered it a little bit and gave him those little red and white mints. Gave him one of those, and we call him Mint. And I put it.
And that's his mint. No one else is allowed
That's
to
his
take
mint.
it
No
away
one's
from
else to
him.
take it. And I showed you guys last week. So if you guys, I think it was last week, wasn't it?
Oh, I have no
If
idea.
you go back a podcast or two, you'll meet Mint. He's really adorable. I thought he's cute. But anyway,
Before we go on, I wanted to pick my bean.
yeah, do that so I can do the next thing. Bada boom, bada beam.
My bean box, the Bada Bean. The company is called Bada Bean, and they have on their card Bada Bean, Bada,
Bada
boom.
boom.
And this is their full set of all their flavors, and it looks like a big old boom box with bean
All of
speakers.
all of those who are a little older than Talia, maybe even Talia's age, might remember the boomboxes. I think once they hit your age group, we didn't have boomboxes. But I remember as a newly married, everybody walking around with these. Some of the guys walking around with those huge, I mean, even bigger than this thing. I have one about this size upstairs, but I never walked around with it on my shoulder. It just stayed
Where it
put.
was supposed to be.
I wasn't cool.
Let's see. I don't want spicy wasabi right now. I think I want this jalapeno popper.
You said you wanted ranch.
I'm looking for the ranch. Let's see.
It's
This
blue.
one's buffalo wing.
She's got buffalo wing and ranch and cinnamon.
Sea
and-
salt I enjoy,
Oh, that was
but
good.
I want ranch. There's ranch.
Oh, it's a teal. Aqua.
So,
She's got like, what, 6 flavors or something?
oh, it's got a fair amount of flavor. Some
Yeah.
of them I haven't tried. Some of the spicier ones I haven't tried yet. I need to. The first one I tried was the jalapeno one, though. That one is pretty spicy. Alrighty. And they're like little. They're no more than 110 calories.
For the whole bag.
The whole bag, which is nice. It's a nice little healthy snack.
Careful you don't like...
So that's why
Do you want scissors?
no, there's a little tear line, and I used that.
Okay.
There we go. I can always get it open that way. Here, let me give you your bean. My bean. And these are flava beans.
Seems like this big.
It depends on the size. Some that just happened to be this one's a little bigger.
Oh, I like that one.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. Yep. I might have to invest in some of these.
We can get a box that's just ranch if you want. That's how I order. I have a coupon, so next time I order, I can pick one up.
Oh, that's good. Me likes.
And it comes in little 110 calorie packs.
Me likes.
Sorry, this is not a commercial for Bada Bean, but I really enjoy this. I love beans.
Well, we're just telling you what we feel. I mean, this is the first time we've eaten that one. So, okay.
Well, I knew I was gonna like ranch because I like ranch.
I like ranch, yeah. I probably will like the sea salt as well.
You would like to see salt.
I tasted the jalapeno, but I'm not a big jalapeno person, and I'm afraid that once I get to the bottom where maybe some of the dust settles, I won't like it because it's too spicy.
It was pretty spicy once you got farther in.
Now, before we get into things, we are having Ty and I, both of our shops. Mine is Lady Vertical Creations. Ty's Franciscan Gypsy Designs.
Our Etsy shop.
Our Etsy shops. This is Labor Day weekend for those of us in the United States. It is Labor Day, right? I got Memorial Day down here. It's Labor Day. We are having a 20% off sale. It started yesterday, and it goes through Monday. So all the way through the end of Monday, I believe. Okay? The September 4th through the 7th. It's, yes, from 12:01 a.m. on the 4th to 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 7th. So midnight, okay? Eastern Standard Time. 20% off of everything. And I have been having, both of us have been doing updates.
Yes, when you're seeing posts on our Instagram and Facebook, those come automatically. We have an app now that goes through our Etsy shop and like posts things automatically. If you have an Etsy shop, they have like a list of different applications you can use, and that's one of them. This one's Outfly,
Outfly,
something like that.
Something I forget. Anyway, but
But it goes through your shop and posts things for you.
Right. So we've got, the shop is running. It is 20% off everything. So, now, yeah, it's 20% off for everything. And we are putting things up. I'm going to try and get all my updates in before the end of the sale, if possible. I might not be able to get the ones that I've got sitting here to show you. I will try.
Yeah, I want to try to get.
But it might be on Sunday for those, but we'll see. Because we wanted to, it's been hard for 2020. Usually I don't do the smaller sales like Labor Day and Memorial Day. I kind of stick with Christmas and
This is the first time I've ever
Thanksgiving.
done a sale.
Yeah, so usually I don't like to do it, but people have had a very rough 2020, and so I figured, okay, let's do that. 20% 20% off in 2020.
Yep.
So sales, Lady Vertical Creation, and Franciscan Gypsy Designs.
Guys, this makes my patterns super cheap. And if you're getting the rosaries, this does take a decent amount off the rosaries.
Yeah,
so.
it takes a lot off my yarn as well. So, I still have free shipping, but that's still for $35 or less for that.
Oh, and since we're doing shop news now, I'm just going to continue on with the shop
Well,
news.
I-
This is still part of the sale.
Okay.
I put up Christmas ornaments, physical Christmas ornaments, to take advantage of the sale if people are already looking at doing some of their Christmas stuff. Because sometimes they aren't this early.
And I have some Christmas yarns that I have in the wings. I just didn't know if I should bring them out or not. If anybody's interested in them, let me know, and I will let you know what I have. And if you're interested in that, I'll put it out.
I'm probably going to, after the sale, take the physical, not the patterns,
No, the
but
physical.
the physical ornaments, put them back into
Inactive.
inactive until a little bit closer to,
Yeah.
maybe November-y.
End of October, early November.
Yeah.
Usually, I like to wait till around Thanksgiving for Christmas
Yeah.
stuff. Except, well, with me for yarns, it's a little different. People like to start working around Thanksgiving or even before that, like November. I think I have November 1st as my date for like right after Halloween. So that
I think probably in November I'll bring the ornaments out again because people are probably going to start thinking of picking up stuff.
I think they're going to think about it earlier than that. Like around, I mean, just to kind of make sure that they know you have it out there. And if you wanted
Probably
to,
with whatever the next sale is, Halloween or whatever.
well, Thanksgiving.
Well, I was planning
Halloween.
doing
You're
it-
right. Halloween. Yeah, Halloween.
I was planning on doing it before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, before Thanksgiving.
That's rather late.
Yeah, well, I was planning November 1st, so we'll see. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not thinking any later than November 1st to bring the
Right,
ornaments out again.
right. And I might do some of them that can also be autumnal, because some of them could go either way, and those might come out a little earlier. Even though they have kind of holiday names, they might be...
Well, yarn, if you like how it looks, it doesn't really matter what season it is.
No.
Unlike my Christmas ornaments, which are, really Christmas ornaments.
Okay, moving on,
Although we have ours hanging all year round,
Yep.
along with my Christmas stockings I've made.
because Daddy likes them out.
Well, Dad he really likes the look of color work. I think he feels like it gives it like a folky
Well, we're very
country.
early American...
Well, it depends what room
eclectic.
you're in. If you're in the main living room, it does look country. You have the blues, you have the kind of whitey bluey couch. You got all the paintings all around. You got the wood thing hiding the TV.
Yeah, I don't like having the TV be the center of my house.
And then you have the color work stockings and ornaments hanging off the mantelpiece, which is like filled with pictures.
You got crochet
So
stuff.
it feels really country in that room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the piano.
Yeah, we got crochet, knit in there, and my husband's paintings are in there, and it's got a very not Cracker Barrel feel, but just like a
Well, we have things from Cracker
country.
Barrel in
Yes,
there.
we do. Country living kind of feel.
Right. But that's the only room I'd say that has a definite feel to it.
Because we have a lot of religious stuff in there too. But
Yeah, but that room has a definite feel. Whereas the other ones, it's like they have a feel, but it's not like you could point to one direct. The living room is like, oh yeah, that's
our dining room is very religious.
yeah, but it doesn't have like, I wouldn't say like it's country. It's just
Well, the overall flavor of our house is probably country mission. We wanted to do I wanted to do early American because that's my parents and that was my kind of my basis, but we moved kind of in the country mission kind of area, which is not that far off. Okay, that is probably neither here nor there.
oh, some people like hearing about house stuff.
Yeah, my shoulder keeps cracking. I'm not sure why. All right, moving on to
The horrible part of my mind's like better yours than mine.
well, that's you, all right.
Sorry, I love you. Which shoulder is it?
I'm not gonna talk to you about it.
I was gonna rub it for you.
Nope,
Oh, okay. I won't rub it for you then.
you can't reach it.
Why not? I can totally reach
No,
it.
I need to focus.
You do realize I have like the orangutan
Focus.
arms, right? With super flexibility.
In other groups,
Is it this shoulder?
Yes, in other
Is it
groups.
here?
No, it's my shoulder joint.
Oh,
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I could totally reach
All right.
that.
So anyway, thank you. In our PHN alongs now, we have the PHN Charity Cal 2020, and as I've said repeatedly, but for those who are new, I generally read the rules, guidelines, if you will, for this along, and then we just adjust them for the other alongs. Okay. This runs from January 1st through December 31st. Projects must be loom knit, or crocheted, with the exception of the face masks used for responders and medical personnel and things like that. That's fine. That's also accepted. It's the only sewn item we ever accept at this point. Previous whips are allowed, but must be worked on during the along. Chatter and pictures are on the same thread. All charity projects will be accepted, but Brittany's dishcloths, whether knit or crocheted, that's B-Wing. Any baby items, Hat Not Hate, if that's still going on. Anything done with my Lady Vertical Creations yarn.
I feel like someone commented on Hat Not Hate a while ago and told us something about it. But
I don't
can't
remember.
My
Hat Not.
arm's starting to get tired.
That's fine. That's fine.
How's your
It's
shoulder?
fine. It's fine.
Okay. Sorry.
That's fine. It was more than I expected. All right, Hat Not Hate. My yarn, Lady Vertical Creations, Lollipop Girl yarn, which is Laura, Franciscan Gypsies Designs, Laura Concert Designs, and my one shawl. If you're doing any of those for the charity, or you're sending, B-Wing her dishcloths, those are all 2 chances at a prize for the finished object. And you get 3 chances if you use one of the featured yarns, my yarn or Laura's yarn, with one of the featured patterns, okay? Or projects like baby hats or whatever.
Right.
Okay? And if you're confused about that, all that is in
In the free form.
in the free forms. Okay,
because that's where, if you're taking part in the longs, you have to post
you have to be there because you can't do it on YouTube really.
And it's easier for us to just have it in one place.
Yeah, it would be too much. With all the stuff that we have going on right now, it's too much to do multiple places.
And we just don't have the focus.
As you might know, as we go along, okay?
Yeah. If you're new, this is normal for us to get constantly interrupted by ourselves.
Or rather, I get constantly
You
interrupted by
interrupt yourself too.
I get interrupted by you.
You interrupt yourself too. I interrupt myself.
We are the interrupted podcast. No, that's not right.
The interrupters?
Interrupted?
The
Interruptees?
interrupters. The interrupters sounds like it'd be an action movie.
Uh-huh.
Like a cowboy movie.
A
Ooh.
superhero movie.
No, not superhero. Like a space movie. Or
I think a superhero in that they interrupt the crimes.
you see, I kind of see like a John Wayne silhouette, and it's the or something like Silverado, the Interrupters.
No.
Or like time traveling.
Time traveling might be. Yeah.
The Interrupters. Yeah,
I might have to write a story.
totally. The
Anyway.
Interrupters.
Okay, moving on here. Where was I? Interrupted person.
We should call this Interrupters.
Okay. 1 whip per project per week. The FO whenever it's completed. And we do have prizes to show. Let me just write down this title so I don't forget. I'm not sure I spelled this right, but that's okay.
I'll figure it out. If I actually look at your show notes. Sometimes I have a bad habit of not looking at it. I forgot to put that information in last week that I was supposed to. I don't remember what that information was.
Yeah, you did. It was about Cappy's stuff.
Oh, was that what it was? I forgot.
Okay, now, the
Sorry,
prize...
Cappy. I'm a horrible person.
You are. Okay, the first prize I'm going to show here, this is for the third quarter, because this is divided into quarters because it's a year long, is this is for the third quarter. Now, if you are overseas, we might not be able to send you a physical prize. We'll have to just see how we can work it. Okay, we might send you something else. Now, this is the Lefty set, and this was donated by Christina.
That's such a pretty set.
Okay, and that's pretty. I think it goes with that Lefty shawl by, is it by
Yeah, I
Tina
think
Ben?
so. I fell in love with
that
this.
pretty?
I fell in love with both of them.
This is Funny Papers. This is Miss Babs' Funny
Oh,
Papers.
yeah. I always wanted that, and I don't think
I
I
have a
ever
big
picked up.
scan over there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
But, it turns out different each time.
Yeah, well,
For some reason, I like that one better. It's more greens.
And this one, I can't tell what color.
Because yours is darker. I don't like yours as much as that one.
I like that one. I can't,
What are you trying to
the
find?
color.
This is...
I think it's black, but
Well, she usually has a name other than black. Of course, if this is not a repeatable, she might not put a name on it.
she might just say it's black. I mean,
Yeah.
it does,
Oh, Blackbird.
okay, Blackbird. So this is Blackbird. Okay, now, and the other
Who did that
prize,
song?
Beatles.
Oh, okay, that's why I don't know very well, because I don't know a lot of their more random
And
stuff.
these two lovely skeins, because this is the third quarter, and I decided to up the prize a little bit. This was donated by Christina, and it is a very generous donation.
Yes,
And so the people got the same prize for this quarter, same kind of prize. These two go together. And this is Mama Llama yarn.
see that 10 times fast.
Mama Llama, Mama Llama, Mama Llama, Llama Llama.
Llama, llama, llama,
This, I
llama.
think, is either a fingering sock or a
Did
sport.
we talk about this last time? Because I feel like we went llama, 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 llama
I
last
don't know.
time, Jen.
No, I didn't have the yarns out. I'm not sure what. It's really hard.
Llama, llama, bound to you.
The color is Nile.
Okay, hang on. Can I have this?
Yeah, it's very hard to read because can you see this
Nile,
tag?
and it's 80, 10, 10, superwash merino, cashmere nylon,
Ooh,
380 yards, 4/4 ounce heavy sock weight.
heavy sock weight, so about a sport. This, I called it. This is very soft, and this is gorgeous. And you guys are lucky it's going up because I wanted to keep it. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is going to go out to the second winner for that time along. But if you are overseas, we might have to give you a gift certificate or something. Depends on what the shipping is. I hate to knock our overseas people out of solid prizes, but right now it's a little difficult. So
And also the fact that y'all have to pay a VAT.
yeah, the VAT and all that. So we might ask you if you're willing to do that VAT and all that because okay, if you want the solid, I know that we've had at least one member say I'll pay for the shipping. I don't want people to pay for shipping, but if you want it and you're not willing and you want to go half on the shipping, I might accept that. We'll see how much the shipping is. And I know that VAT, I want the prize to be a prize.
Not like you paid
Not
for
like you
it.
paid for it. So I hate, it galls me to even consider that.
Right.
but we'll see. Okay,
I can't really help her with the shipping like I used to, because I used to absorb the shipping.
and we have other expenses now that we're doing, so we'll just.
I.e. Talia is a very expensive person to have around.
Yes. Okay. But that's okay. We love her anyway. All right, so that takes care of that one. Now, the cardiac dysautonomia, we're in the last month of that. It's a 3-month thing. It was July, August, and September. So this basically, like I said, is 3 months. So it's the 1st of July through September 30th. So we're, got about 3.5 weeks to go for this.
Here, you need a bean.
Huh?
You need a bean.
I need a bean?
You need a bean.
Thank you.
There you go.
I'm the guy. Right?
I'm the guy.
I'm the guy.
Quotes,
Reference. And the expression is everything. I'm the
He's
guy.
the guy.
Okay. Okay.
Such a good movie.
No Sloan projects in this one. Everything else pretty much the same, except that it's not for charity. Okay. This is hashtag PHNCDA 2020 on Instagram. Let's see. Trying to see here. The different thing here is projects have to be red or some shade of red, pink or some shade of pink, shades of blue, shades of teal or aqua, that kind of color, more blue than green, and black and white. And we explained this already, but the reds and the pinks are basically cardiac dysautonomia. What are you grinning about?
I have only shades of gray in my head from the monkeys.
Right. Blues and teals and aquas and things are for the dysautonomia, as is.
Now I have lavender.
As is, shush.
Dilly,
As
dilly.
is, as are black and white for the zebra, okay? The designs, mine, Talia's, Laura's featured, and Laura Concerts, and our yarns, mine, Laura's, okay? So you know what those are.
I know Patty appreciated the songs.
I know she did, but
Who's the other one who likes the
not
songs?
while I'm talking.
Who's the other one who likes the songs?
Angie.
Yeah, because she always posts the videos.
Yeah. But not while I'm
sorry.
talking.
I'm sorry. You asked me why I was grinning.
You didn't have to go into song. Not while I'm talking.
Well, that was a different song.
I don't care. I do not, in fact, care. All right, so let's see here.
Before we go into tortoise versus hare, did we want to do some of the dysautonomia awareness?
I still have to show the yarns.
Oh, I
I
apologize.
can't get through anything
I
here.
apologize.
Okay,
Mea
so,
culpa, mea
yes.
culpa, mea maxima
Okay,
culpa.
Lollipop Girl yarns, Lady Frinicle Creations yarns, my one pattern, Lady Frinicle Creations, Talia's patterns, Franciscan Gypsy Designs, and Laura Concert Designs, I think, patterns.
I think so.
Yeah, as long as they are in the appropriate
I'm pretty
colors.
sure that's what her Instagram says.
Yeah, appropriate colors, okay? It's pretty much a no-brainer what's featured in our longs unless I mention it otherwise, because that's just what we do, okay? And then, let's see here. If you do the featured yarns and the featured patterns, again, 3 chances at a prize, okay? Featured yarns, featured patterns or featured yarns alone, 2 chances at a prize, and these multiple chances are for finished objects only. You're responsible for your own multiple postings. Okay, now I did pull some yarn for prizes for this. Let me see. Okay.
Here, and I'm sorry, Bean. Hey. I need to not count the full calories. I've given you at least half of that.
Okay. We have 1 skein of Dragonfly Fibers, the Ginny socks. It reminds me of when you talk about the Arabian Nights and things.
Oh, it's a DJ.
Yeah. So this is a sock. Isn't that gorgeous? Golden pear. I think that's beautiful. And I think
Golden hair?
golden pear.
Oh, I heard golden hair. I'm like, that doesn't look like golden
I think
hair.
Rena donated this. If she didn't and somebody else
That
did,
does look like a pear.
like Christina or somebody, whoever you are, thank you. Okay, I do appreciate it because we have some very generous donations, and sometimes they come in really fast, or I lose the tag. But I know our generous donators. It's either Rena or Christina. I'm pretty sure.
We know our generous donors. You're generous.
You're generous. Thank you so much. So this one is for 1 prize winner, and then these are 2 skeins of Euroflax 100% wet spun linen sport weight in a charcoal colorway. And this has got a really unusual texture. I think it would make a nice, like a sweater, a summer sweater or something. It's just linen.
Oh, it's like full linen, right?
Yeah, it's linen. It's wet. It's 100%
I've never
wet.
felt anything quite like this.
No, me either. 100% wet spun linen, and this is
Huh.
a sport weight.
I think it would be very sturdy.
I think so.
And it's machine washable and dryable.
It might, you know, might make a good market bag. Or
Oh, I
something.
think if it's fingering weights.
It's a sport.
It is?
It's sport.
Oh, it looks fingering.
No, it says sport on here.
Number 2 fine.
Sport
/ sport. Huh. I would have called that a fingering.
It does look like a fingering to me as well.
Charcoal lot 3.
What's the yardage on here? I can't read it.
It is, hold on, I'm looking at the needle size.
270 yards.
It says a 2 to a 4 for
270 yards. So you've got, whoever wins this is going to have
it's 100 grams gain, 270 yards.
So you have 540 yards here. So you could easily make a market bag or something, I think, if you knit it. It's very, the color's gorgeous.
It feels like it would be super sturdy.
Not necessarily for a garment.
No, I wouldn't use that for a garment.
I would use this for some kind of an accessory, but it's like a house accessory or a market bag. I think it would be great for a market bag. And this is the other one.
It's a pretty color for a
It
market
is.
bag, too.
Yes, it is. So that's these two.
I've always wanted to, I've made one bag. I've always wanted to make like a bag for use, but I always get distracted.
For what?
A bag for use,
For use.
but I always get distracted and then
For use for what?
anything. Like I've seen different patterns. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty bag. Like it's got all these cables all over it. But then I'm like, oh, I don't want to put a lining inside.
I don't want to line it. I would rather.
And the thing is, if you're gonna make something like that, especially if it has a lot of cables, you need to line it because otherwise, your poor cables are gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, I think for me, if I did a bag, I would have to felt it, and that means working.
Or you'd have to do something like that. This market bag.
Yeah, and I would hate to have to do that kind of. I don't like working in non-superwash. It hurts my hands because it's so non-giving.
Right.
You know.
It almost feels like a cotton to me.
And I do have an exception in there. That lady who kind of, talked me into it. It's not rough at all.
Right. Yeah, she was very persuasive. It was the one for that really nice, was it a shawl that you liked that was mosaic? It was really pretty. I think she was the one who talked you into it.
No. She was at a different booth.
You bought something from her.
I bought yarn from her.
But I thought you bought a pattern, and that's how she talked you into it.
No. I didn't buy a pattern from her. I just bought the yarn because it was a really good price. It was a really good yardage, and it was not rough. And I tend to find that's one of the reasons why I couldn't work with West Yorkshire Spinners, the bird colorways, because they were just too rough on my hands.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is a little rough. Kay tends to like a little bit more of a rustic yarn, and I've learned that if she likes it a lot, I might not, because she tends to like something that has a little more rustic-y feel. She doesn't like superwash.
I tend to have drier skin, and it bothers my hands after a while.
Well, I start getting rub marks.
I do too.
Across the top of my finger.
But anyway, moving on. That's
Wine. Smallest violin for us.
That was our two alongs. Now the one that we're doing with Laura Concert's baby, Tortoise versus Hare.
We forgot about our dysautonomia awareness.
Oh, do it. Go ahead.
Yes. So normally I don't do a whole lot about dysautonomia awareness.
Before you get started, if you are confused, and I'm quite sure some of you must be.
I'm sure positive you're confused.
Feel free to ask questions in YouTube. Feel free to go to the group, ask questions, and we will do our best. Either on YouTube, Ty or I will answer, or sometimes a moderator will answer if they're there. In the group, our moderators are great.
Yeah.
We have 3 moderators, and they're great. So just ask questions, and somebody will answer. Okay? Because I know that we're a little bouncy today. Tigger. Bouncy, fun.
So I wanted to bring up, because I had discovered an article, back up and explain. Okay, so we've been talking about dysautonomia awareness and cardiac awareness. I have a form of dysautonomia called POTS, for those of you who are new to the podcast, which is why we do this awareness along. We'd always done a cardiac along, because prior to this, I was a cardiac nurse for heavens. What was it, 2.5 years?
Something like that.
Something like that. That was my first job as a nurse, was on a cardiac floor. It was like a med tele step down. So we got some pretty sick people. But the fact of the matter is that once I got diagnosed with dysautonomia, we just tacked that on to the cardiac along. It also gave more colors besides red, because not everyone likes red the way I do. And dysautonomia awareness has like a bluey tealy kind of color. Anyway, dysautonomia is an issue with the nervous system. A lot of times it gets picked up by cardiologists.
Slow down.
A lot of times it gets picked up by cardiologists first because some of the early symptoms seem like cardiac symptoms. Well, either they pick it up or a psychologist picks it up. Psychiatrist picks it up because it either gets misdiagnosed as anxiety or misdiagnosed as a cardiac issue. I was having people say anxiety at me, but I knew they were wrong because I knew myself. And darn it, I was a nurse at that point for, gosh, it had to be like 7 years at that point. I'm like, no, there's something else going on. My instincts told me as a medical professional. So I pushed and I saw a cardiologist. My heart rates were going up to the 130s.
And by push, she means I pushed her to get some...
Well, you pushed, and then I got kind of sassy with my doctor, and told him I told him if he didn't give me a referral to a cardiologist, I was going to a cardiologist anyway. So he gave me a referral. Because I was tired of being kind of pushed off as anxiety, but not. Anxiety is a true issue, but that wasn't my issue.
It's not you can't let it be the default.
But you have to search out everything because they couldn't find an answer. They assumed anxiety and they didn't look any farther. So I ended up I was having heart rates going up to 130s, 140s, just randomly doing anything around the house. Found I had a neurological condition where my heart rate goes out of control, blah, blah, blah. My whole body's whacked. Anyway, one of the things I found out is with POTS, because your blood tends to drop down to your toes when you're vertical, your nervous system doesn't seem to understand that it needs to send the blood up to your brain. But there is a study that recently came out this year that links it to something called pseudobulbar affect. So,
say that 5 times. Say that twice.
Basically, it is a condition where it tends to show it gets misdiagnosed a lot as depression or psychiatric conditions because people will have inappropriate emotional reactions, where they start crying randomly, they'll start laughing, get out of control. Their emotional reactions will be
out of proportion
to what's going on, even if they're reacting to something that initially might cause that reaction. And it's not all the time, but it'll last like minutes to hours and then it'll stop, unlike with something like depression where that is their mood. They are mostly constantly in a kind of...
unless they're manic, in which they go whoosh,
well,
whoosh,
that's not depression, that's...
Manic depression.
That's bipolar.
Well, we used to call it manic depression.
The diagnosis is the DSM-4.
I think they changed it.
Yeah, they have. I think the last DSM I was familiar with was DSM-4. I think there's now a DSM-5 out.
Is there?
Yeah. But regardless, pseudobulbar, the recent study came out that said that I think, if I remember correctly, it was like 40% of people with POTS could also have this pseudobulbar because we don't have the blood flow to our brains. And I had asked the doctor that I saw in New Jersey a couple years back, hey, I'm more emotional and I don't know why. What is wrong with me? He's like, well, you're not getting enough blood to your brain. And I kind of hung on to that, but having a name on it and having a study say, oh no, this is a thing, and it explains a lot. Sometimes my earliest symptoms that I'm about to head into a flare is I'll just start crying, or I'll feel like crying, or I will start speaking really rapidly and I can't control it, or
I have to tell her multiple times, slow down and lower the volume.
Right. It just it'll be, I call it like being on a high. Because I've never been on a high, but that's what
it's almost like a slowed down version of Speedy Gonzales or something.
And I don't realize how fast I'm going. Sometimes, every once in a while, I'll be like, oh, I'm having trouble controlling this. That one's a little more subtle in my opinion because I've always been a passionate person. But I've been told by Mom that since I've gotten sick, it's a lot more obvious that it is extreme even for me. And the tearfulness is not normal for me. Where I can have a discussion with somebody that would normally, I am a let me discuss this with you, let me research this, blah 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 type person, not a you disagree with me and now I'm going to start to cry person. If I stand too long, I've had points where I was standing too long discussing something with Davina. I started feeling shaky. I had to go to my room. I sat on the floor and I started crying. Went to a physical therapy appointment. Didn't, I was maybe a
Poor
little
Amanda.
concerned. Thankfully, she didn't see it because of the
Right.
glasses.
Right.
And I also was wearing masks, so like my whole face was covered. But I couldn't tell you why I was crying. And usually I just will say I'm scared or something because I don't know.
I think Jackie caught you though, didn't she?
I think she did.
Yeah.
Because I was starting to tear up when I was finishing up with her, and I couldn't explain why I was crying.
There's a reason I told Talia to go to these people. I've been seeing Amanda for 15 plus years on and off, and Jackie has always been my secondary for the most part. They are fabulous, and they just, they work with you. They make sure that you're okay. Like Jackie told Talia, when you're doing this, because she was taking over for Amanda. Amanda's on vacation. When this happens, and you did tell me, 'cause you have to sit, and stuff like that. They're just super over there.
Yeah, they are. But yeah, so I like to point this out because this is one of the things that makes people feel a little crazy. Because I've said to a mom, or even thought to myself, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I feel like I'm crazy. I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know why I'm so upset. There's no reason to be upset. And like I said, I'll sometimes say I'm scared because I don't know why I'm crying. It's the only logical reason I can put on why I'm crying, even though I don't feel that way. It's just,
It's a lack of oxygen.
it's lack of oxygen. So, there are many reasons why someone could have this. POTS is just the most recent one. There's only one study that I've been able to find because they only.
I wonder if there's a correlation with people who chronically have lack of sleep.
Well, that would be it wouldn't be pseudobular.
Yeah.
That would just be you. There is a natural tendency to be irritable if you have lack of sleep.
Well, I'm talking. They also the inability to focus.
Oh yeah, that's a body's. There's a really good book that I have. Actually, I think Dan recommended it. A really good.
That's Dan of Bakery Bears.
Yeah, a really good book that I still haven't finished. It talks about studies on people and sleep and why they need sleep. Yeah, that's going to mess you up, but it's not going to be necessarily a thing like where it's a.
I'm talking about chronic. I'm talking about chronic insomnia.
I mean, I don't think it would be the same thing because it's not a. Once you get to sleep, you'll be fine. Whereas this.
Well, I've heard that there could be permanent damage
There
for
can
people
be.
who are chronically deprived of massive amounts of sleep.
I don't think it's the same thing.
I doubt the same. I think there's a similar effect of some of it.
Yeah. I mean, anyone who doesn't have enough sleep is going to have the irritability. They're going to have the tearfulness because your brain is not getting what it needs to recover during the night, and that just makes sense.
Yeah.
But this, like they said, it's linked with neurological disorders. Like people who've had concussions might sometimes get this. People who had Parkinson's. They mentioned a bunch of neurological conditions because POTS is newer on the study list. They don't have it listed there, but this is something that I was told years ago that it's a lack
Makes
of
sense.
oxygen.
Makes sense.
Which makes me like I said, it makes me feel a little less crazy. I'd like to get a diagnosis down on the books because then I can point to it like, this is like I'll
She
try.
can add it to her growing list.
I have all these initials where it says what I have. I'm collecting rare and unusual things, and this is counted as a rare condition. So I'm just collecting. POTS isn't rare, but it's not very well known.
It's unusual.
Yeah, EDS isn't considered rare, but it's not very well known. Mast cell I don't think is really rare either. It's just really, really unknown. It's a new diagnosis. It's only 10 years old. And then this thing is considered rare. So I'm just trying to collect things that no one has heard about. It's fun and exciting.
Yay.
Yay! But I just wanted to pass that
The
along.
journey goes on.
in case something
The beat goes on.
in case something does sound like you, and it might be something that you have going on that is actually a psychological thing where you need medicine for a bipolar or whatever.
Get it checked.
Yeah, get it checked. Get it checked always.
Yeah.
If,
Don't just ignore it.
yeah, don't just ignore it. Either get it checked out. Well, check it out both ways. Okay, I don't have a reason for this. Is it psychological? I don't have a reason for this. Is this neurological? Because if this sounds like you, there's probably something going on, whether it's psychological or neurological.
It
you
could be
need
medical
the
too
assistance.
if they don't have balance in their
And their hormones.
hormones or vitamins or whatever.
So it's always worth getting checked out. And like I said, if you have a neurological condition and no one, you wonder why your emotions are all whack, this could be you.
Okay, so now moving on.
Yeah, sorry. I know I went on.
Yep.
But you did help. It wasn't just me
about
going
this much.
I didn't go just rapid fire.
This much.
I didn't just go rapid fire.
Only because I said slow down.
I didn't just go rapid fire.
Only because I said slow down.
I was good. I was good.
Okay, Tortoise versus Hare, Laura concert. This has got about 3.5 weeks to go.
I deserve a bean.
Laura is the host of this, and we are co-hosts along with B-Wing. We're so excited to be doing this again this year. Mm-hmm. And this, for us, the rules are slightly different in our group, in Laura Concert's group, which is Crocheting Hoovian, and B-Wing's Ravelry group. I think it's Comfort and Crafts there too, isn't it?
I believe so. It's been so long.
Yeah, and I don't know if she's doing it also in her Facebook group. But anyway, she...
Ask Brittany if you're unsure.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll tell me. Laura is doing it everywhere. Okay, just get a hold of her, find out where you want. You have to be, as I've said before in previous podcasts, but I keep forgetting, you do need to be a member of the group in which you're participating. Okay, that's kind of a no-brainer, but just in case for the new people. Okay, and basically the rules are the same for us. Okay, the Talia's bunny and tortoise patterns, any of my patterns or yarns, any of Laura Concert's patterns or yarns that can be fit into the tortoise versus hare or tortoise and hare or whatever, turtles and bunnies. They can
Bunnies
be
are preferred.
they can be considered acceptable. It doesn't have to be a toy. It started out just toys, just Talia's toys for the most part, with a
Way back
featured
when.
patterns, but now anything bunny and turtle related, yarn, colorway, pattern,
Bunny.
shawls,
Bunny.
anything. So, and for us the hashtag is Tortoise versus Hare 2020. Laura's I think is I don't know. You have to check her podcast. She did a live stream recently where she said what that was. And let's see here. There must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Let's see. If you use just one featured pattern or featured yarn, either the featured pattern or the featured yarn, and you have an FO, that's 2 chances at a prize. If you use the yarn that's featured and the pattern that's featured, it's 2 chances at a prize. So you've got Lady Fernicle Creations yarn and or pattern, Laura Concert Designs patterns, Lollipop Girl yarns, and Franciscan Gypsy Designs patterns. If you use the yarns with the patterns for finished object, it's 3 chances at a prize. Okay? All right, we do have
Clear as mud?
prizes. Huh?
Clear as mud.
Yeah. Okay. Laura Concert has graciously donated one of her mini sets of her That's Like So Totally Rad set. I believe it's a neon set. It's absolutely amazing. So, and you can choose whether you want fingering or decay.
Why did you show the prizes? Oh, yeah, it is the first month. Never mind. Ignore me.
What?
I was confused about why you showed the prizes because for some reason I thought it was the end of the
Well,
month.
I would have done it anyway because I haven't shown the prizes at all. So the prize that we're sending out, Laura has her prize that she's doing, and we are doing this one. And I hope Laura remembers that I have donated a skein for her along. You hear that, Laura? Okay. All right. So this is a Knit Picks Stroll Gradient in the Kale Yeah colorway. I love that. Appropriate for turtles, right?
Bunny.
It could be bunny grass, but
I always feel like a green bunny is kind of weird though.
this is fingering weight 458 yards, 75% superwash merino wool, and 25% nylon. It's just a different way of packing it. It's a full skein of yarn, and it's not acrylic. It's wool, so wool and nylon. So that's really pretty, regardless of whether you like bunnies or turtles. So that's the prize we're doing for this. And then, of course, Laura has donated a prize. So there's 2 prizes for that. Okay? Now, almost an hour in, we're starting.
Yes. But that sometimes happens.
Let me see how many projects I have real quick. I know I have more than you, but
Yeah, I only have 5.
I have 1. Counting will commence. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay, I have 7. So do the 2 the first time around. Let's see here. All right, my first one, if I can find where I started here. Okay, my first one is in my Knitting's My Bag. No, that's not right. So I didn't pull that. Ploverbird Mickey Mouse bag. Okay,
I love
that's
square mat.
this one here. I forgot I worked on this. I must have worked on it. Oh, I know when I worked on it. I think I worked on it when we went to your PT.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess I did do this part.
So yeah, I'm working on this again because apparently I want to. So I made a little progress. This is my Colorful Birds wrap from the Show Off Boomerang shawl pattern by April Klitsch. And I have to make clear that when I say that, because I want to work on it again, I never didn't like the pattern. I just didn't want to work on it.
Well, every once in a while, it just feels like I just don't feel like.
Yeah.
I don't feel it.
This is a very simple pattern.
And also,
So-
the colors aren't your normal colors.
Right.
So you have to be in the right mood to work on
Right.
it.
It's a very simple pattern. If you want to, if you're a new knitter, it's a very simple pattern.
I think it would have been beautiful in a baby crocheted pattern.
Oh, my Sorabelle.
Yeah, I think that would have made it gorgeous.
And I think
I'm
that-
kind of sad it's not going to be as
Well, the thing is, right now, I'm trying to not do an overabundance of crochet right now.
It would have been a gorgeous Sorabelle,
Yeah.
though.
And it might still be.
Because there's something
If it
about the Sorabelle that brings out the best in that kind of yarn.
It might still be if I
I mean, it's
decide-
really pretty like that, but I just really love your Sorabelles and how
Yeah,
they turn out.
I like my Sorabelles.
And I think that would have been really gorgeous.
Once I finish with your shawl,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not doing as many of Brittany's dishcloths, and I only have like toys to worry about and things like that, I will go back to maybe the
You need
Sorabelle.
to make a Sorabelle size that's a skull. A stole.
I have done that before.
Have you?
Yeah, I gave it to somebody.
I didn't know you made it that big before.
I think I made it for somebody. I'm pretty sure I've done a Sorabelle as a stole. I don't know where what happened to it, but I gave it to somebody, I think.
I don't know what a skull is, but a stole, yeah.
I think I did one.
Huh, cool beans.
Yeah. Okay, so that's this one. Because it's easy to customize.
Right.
And the second one I'm going to do is my Ninja Turtle Baby Blanket project. And this is from the Ninja Turtle Baby Blanket pattern by Lisa
That was a
Miller.
random yes.
Yeah, because I haven't worked on it like forever.
Oh, I was
go.
wondering about that.
Crystal's probably wondering what the heck I'm doing with this thing. Crystal is chronically crocheting. She's
Why
fine.
would she wonder what you're doing with it?
Because I keep telling her I can finish this anytime. Or I keep saying when I'm on the potty. She likes it.
It sounds like people who say, I can quit anytime.
I could quit anytime. But because I have so much crocheting going on, I'm kind of...
Well, you have to pick and choose what you want to work on when you want to work on it.
I think I did a little over 2 rows on this, maybe 3 rows. So I'm really close to finishing this green so I can add the purple, which is Donatello. I've got Leonardo in the blue, the navy blue, and I've got Raphael in the red. And Donatello will be next in the purple. And then I'll have more green for the turtles themselves. And then I will have orange for Michelangelo. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they are 4 turtles when they were babies stumbled into the green ooze and they became special. A rat who also got in the ooze, his name's Splinter, he is the one who took care of their training, took care of them. And in some versions he was a man and originally, and in some versions he was a rat who just stayed a rat but got bigger. And he teaches them. But the brothers, the way Ty and I figured it out was Leonardo.
And we based it on the Nickelodeon show.
Yes, the most recent Nickelodeon
Yeah.
show. Well, I don't know if it's most recent now. The most recent, I think it was 1990s or maybe early 2000s.
I think it was 2000.
Yeah. It's the one where Sean Astin is Raphael.
Yeah.
It's
In our figuring, Leo's
Leo's the oldest, Raphael is the middle, the next one, then Donatello, and then Michelangelo.
And like there's a little distance between
between each of them.
well, like a little bit more between like maybe
Raph and
Raph and Donnie.
Donnie,
Thank you. Because
yeah.
like you have sets of 2.
Yeah,
that's the way it's kind of in our heads.
Yeah, and one to it's kind of like Little Women. One takes one, and one, it's like Leo takes Donnie, and Raph, a very odd kind of thing, kind of like Joe and Beth.
Yeah.
Raph takes Michelangelo, and if
Yes, we just literally compared Teenage Mutant Ninja
To a
Turtles
classic book.
to Little Women.
yes, can I do that? I could do that.
Who's Lori? April is Lori.
Oh, that's weird. then who is
Marmee
Casey Jones.
is Splinter.
No,
That's the only Marmee-like character there.
no,
Who else would Marmee be?
I don't know.
That's the only Marmee
I don't
character
know.
there.
Anyway, Leonardo is the kind of the leader, kind of like Meg. Has to be perfect, and then Raph is all the muscle and the
Yeah.
anger and all that kind of stuff. He's the attitude.
like Joe.
Yeah, and then Donatello is the bright one. I mean, the super intelligent one. He overthinks everything. doesn't quite fit
Doesn't
Beth.
quite fit Beth. He's just in the right,
But he's right
age.
there. And then Mikey is like the fun-loving surfer dude.
He is actually kind of like Amy.
kind of like Amy, yeah. So,
Just like a over-the-top version.
but yeah.
and a guy.
and that is our
are very deep.
comic book to classic literature.
Now, can you see like the
Comparison.
turtles like in that period, but they're like
No. Oh, can you imagine who would be Aunt March? Oh, my gosh,
who
that
would
would be
be,
Splinter.
No.
Shredder.
Shredder's not Marge.
Aunt March.
But she does so.
Aunt Marge.
She is a little nice to them. She takes Amy to.
Yeah, she does. But oh my gosh, she's just oh my gosh.
Maybe the turtle that the
Alligator.
alligator.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
What's
the
his
alligator.
name?
The one who's kind of
Who really likes Mikey, but
Yes.
will go
Mikey
crazy.
got to him. Yeah, he goes crazy. Yeah, because he's not from. He got taken and experiment on.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, but-
okay, we're not going to do that. Go on to the next
So
project.
he would be Aunt March.
Okay, go on. Next one.
This is like way too geeky.
You got Amy's father. I mean, April's father.
We'll have to think about it later.
Yeah. We'll think about it tomorrow.
Not all of them are going to fit into
No,
our
we just-
really weird comparison.
Yes, we do these things.
Okay. My first one.
I'm getting hot too. Is the tea
Let-
gone?
Well, when you drink it, that happens.
Why is the tea gone?
I'm just pulling up my show notes. Do you need a bean?
Has to be accompanied with the sound effects.
I beg your pardon?
It has to be accompanied with the sound effects. Bada bean, bada boom.
boom.
Thank you.
Okay. So my first one. I feel like "Do you need a bean" needs to become like a catchphrase or something, or
Like
like
bean?
part of commercial. Need a bean?
Got a bean.
Got a bean? Yeah.
Got beans?
Where is my blankie? There's my
I
blankie.
think Boston already took got beans, so we have a magnet from Boston on our refrigerator that says got beans. And
Oh, yeah?
we got it because Davina's nickname here is Beans.
She doesn't like it.
Call her that anyway.
She's been beans ever since she was little. Because she's a jumping bean.
Yeah.
Anyway, in my Maryland sheep and wool bag is my migraine baby blanket. It only gets worked on a little bit on Sundays when I'm trying to stay awake.
I'm sad I didn't work on mine at all this week.
So not a whole ton of work. I usually do about a few rows per baby. Once I'm done with the baby blanket of doom, I can work on this a little bit more.
And Talia and I were talking. She's got a couple of consignment things going on, so the projects might be
And
a
they
little
both need
low.
to be done by the end of the month.
Yeah, so the projects might be a little lower this coming week or two. So
Yeah, consignment that I didn't expect to be timed suddenly became timed, and didn't
Yeah.
just become timed.
The-
It became like time needs to be done by the end of the month.
the person who hired her didn't know.
Right.
Yeah, she was.
And she's just apologizing profusely. She just
yes,
sent me a text.
She feels really bad
and
about it.
so I'm gonna make her feel a little better about it. Say I'll do the best I can to get it out to her before.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's that for that blanket. And it's not a knitting consignment. The other one. It's another consignment.
In my Silver Shed USA blue Fun PHM Faces bag, this is my husband's artwork. Thank you, Brittany, for offering. Brittany does have the gray version, and we'll have to make sure that Anne has that particular color still available, that particular gray, but it'd be similar. We have this in, mine is blue, Ty's is red, and
We'll have to decide when we want to do that.
we will decide when, I think after the consignments are done, we'll decide. We want to do a 1,000 member, no, we want to do a 400, we have a couple things we want to do. We'll let you know. Okay, this is,
We'll think about it tomorrow.
we'll think about it tomorrow. This is,
That's the reference.
yes, the extra, this is the 2X size of Anne's bag, and Anne is amazing. She does all our special order bags. And in here is a taste, and that's Silver Shed USA. A Taste of Autumn Shawl project and it's
Excuse me.
from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel, and this is Miss Babs Yowza in all the colors of Miss Babs except for this gold that I'm working in, which is Malabrigo, and it's liquid gold. No, it's not liquid gold. It's Sunset. Liquid gold is in the other pattern I'm working, and that's, I think that other one was Mad Tosh. But let me get this out of here so you can see what I'm doing.
Don't forget about your hook.
Yes, I need reminders all the time. I love the way this is turning out.
It is turning out nicely.
Can they see? I can't see because it's in front of
They
me.
can see.
Can I see the bottom?
They can see the bottom.
Okay. So this is getting really big. We always do this for Talia. It's getting big.
Good, because I was getting chilly. I might have to put on my shawl.
See, that's...
Very.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going a little longer.
Yeah, the longer it is, the happier I am.
I keep measuring against myself. I'm a little shorter than Talia is.
And I think sometimes I like a bigger shawl.
Well, I like a big shawl, but...
You like big shawls and you cannot lie?
cannot lie. So I like big shawls, but I can use myself as a reference. And if it gets to the point where I think it's a little too long, I know I'm probably at the right place for her. And she can... I'll have her try it on at that point as well.
Because I like my shawls to do like this,
Yeah, I like that too.
like the burrow wrap does, where it basically is like sleeves except not.
And you have my burrow wrap too.
Well, I haven't even started yet because I had to finish the burrow wrap I have on the needles for myself, the orange one. But I haven't been able to finish it because...
I gave you the yarn for it, didn't I? Or do I still have it?
You still have it.
Okay.
Because I think I want to make sure I didn't forget it was yours.
How many do you have left?
Duh.
4?
Let's see.
Because you had 5 to start?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, ma'am.
1, 2, 3. Okay, you go.
Okay, so, I was going to show this one, but I can't because, I'm in the middle of the row. Hang on, let me finish. I'll just talk about it while I'm finishing the row. Can you hold up the bag, please, Mom? It's a bunny one. Okay, so in my Silver Shed USA, oops, the bunny bag, Davina did the artwork for me. I've got my bunny butt dishcloth in here. Technically, the pattern is mosaic bunny butt dishcloth, just because I want to make it very clear in the pattern name what kind of knitting they're doing, so the person purchasing the pattern isn't surprised.
Before Talia goes on, I want to show you what this says in here. It says, "For my sister with love," because Anne knew that Davina made it for
and
Talia.
I really like the bag. Honestly, I want a bigger one at some point.
Well, you have to tell Anne about it.
But because it's just so cute, and I love the inside. It's just perfect, and red's my color that I love. In case people are, at all wondering.
Davina is very good. Not always, but when you're doing something like this, she's very good about taking direction about what you want to do.
Yeah.
So she,
Well, because she wants to make sure that the person likes it the most that they, as much as possible. Because she wants her gift to be the best.
Yes.
And every year she wants her gift to be better than everyone else.
Yes.
That
She hasn't quite got the concept that all gifts are good.
Yes.
So.
Okay, great. I finished my last stitch. So, I'm just about to head into the ears.
Yay.
So, and then I can work on the colors that are not orange and white. Because this is an okay combination, but I want one that's more fun.
Is that going to Brittany?
Yes.
Okay.
This one's going to Brittany. Yeah, because we already have ours. We don't need another one.
Yeah. Ours is in the sink.
Yeah.
It's
I kept the original.
It's sitting there, folded over on the sink because our faucet drips, and my husband just bought a new faucet, and we're waiting for it to come in, and it drips, and if it hits the metal, it's like having water torture.
So right now, the fact that it's so big is really useful for...
We fold it over because my husband doesn't like it so big across the center. So, okay, my next project is in my PHN Chameleon bag. This is my At the Bottom of the Hill scarf project. This is modified from a book I saw in a secondhand store. I didn't get to look at how they did it or anything because the thing was...
It was sealed, right?
Sealed up in plastic as far as I remember. So this is James C. Brett yarn, and I don't know what the colorway is. I think we keep saying it's some kind of sand or desert or something. And I'm using, it's color MC9 or MC10. When I looked it up, I looked closest to those. And let's see here. I think these are size 10.5.
I think you're right, because I think that's what we said in the past.
This is,
I need the other needle, because this one doesn't have only one of the needles. Yeah. When you have connected needles like that, Mom, that aren't interchangeables, only one needle has the size on it.
Yeah. Okay, this, you can see where my little stitch marker is. That's where I was last week. So I worked on it quite a bit. It's easy to work on. You just kind of sit there and go. So I want to go till the end of this skein. And if it's not long enough, I'll just sew it up. Make it a cowl.
Sew it all up.
Sew it all up. So yeah, this is fun. It's got a really nice texture. I might make a dishcloth out of this. Kind of pattern because it has that texture to it that would be really nice for washing the dishes. So
I'm just trying to send Davina a quick text. I forgot to take my bagels out because I can't have what you guys are eating. I need my bagels out in order to have
can't
my.
have hot dogs or anything.
I don't. I made egg salad sandwich.
Okay.
But I need some bread to have it in.
Davina is she calls herself a louse, which comes from what do you call it? Rawhide. And there's a cook's louse. And everything that Davina does, she's a cook's louse, she's a gopher louse, she's a whatever.
She really liked that.
She liked that.
Well, she liked that character.
She liked the mushy.
Mushy, yeah.
So her job, her
Oh, I get in trouble if I try to take
self-appointed
my...
task is she gets to do the running around for Talia.
she gets really hurt if I ask somebody else.
When I have to help Davina for some reason, we have to explain why I'm doing it, not her.
Because otherwise her feelings could hurt. So I just explained, no, I still really appreciate your help. So she actually wants me to send texts. It took me a long time to realize, okay, this isn't just taking advantage of her. She wants to do this.
Right. In fact, today I got up this morning, and for whatever reason, I got a late start. And I came downstairs, and I said, Davina, if you're not busy, can you go downstairs and restart the laundry? Because I'd left it overnight, so I wanted her to rewash it because it was, So she went downstairs. I said, I know that I can do it myself, and I shouldn't ask you to do this all the time, but could you do that for me? So she went downstairs, and she did it for me. And she kind of has been helping me with things because I was running late. And so she...
And if you tell her never mind, she really wants to know because she really wants to do it.
Yeah, because she gets upset if we say never mind, we don't have a good reason.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot what I was going to do. I was going to do something, and I realized I was going to go the same direction. I said, never mind. And she said, but I can do it. I said, yes, I know you can do it, but I don't have to be lazy. I'm going that way anyway, so this is important that I do it. Oh, okay, Mom. Okay.
But that was a really random direction for us to go. But I sent that text to Davina, so we're good.
Yes.
It makes her feel better. This goes into an autism awareness, I guess, kind of. But it makes her feel better if she has more contact, because she doesn't understand why I have to spend so much time in my room where I can control the stimuli and just relax and not have so much energy around me. Even though I seem really energized right now, I get worn out very easily. And one way we fixed something that seems to be helping with her hurt feelings a bit is I've told her she can text me. And there's no limit on how much she can text me. But if I tell her, hey, I'm busy right now, or if I don't respond, she doesn't need she can know that she doesn't have to be hurt because I might be either working on something and don't see it, or I fell asleep. Or
she might be asleep, yeah. And I told her one time, she was like, well, Talia didn't answer me. I said, well, see the light? She said, yes, I think she's working for somebody. Oh, okay. She comes.
She's getting my bagels. Okay. I might have to do a different project first because one of the ones I'm trying to hide from her. So.
Okay.
Did you do yours?
How many do you have left?
I have 3.
It's your turn.
Okay.
Or is it my turn?
I don't remember. I don't know how we got off on that.
I did that. Did you do something after I did the, did you do the bunny butt after I did my, scarf?
No, I think I did the bunny butt first.
Okay,
so it is my turn. Okay, so I'm going to show this one. I finished, 2 weeks ago, Davina's electric turquoise hat. And she has that. So I started for myself.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I haven't gotten very far. This is actually in Mom's yarn. This is that fingering sport you have.
It's light sport.
And the colorway is, hold on. It's Good Morning Sunshine. It's marked as a sport, but I use it in fingering projects. I use this base in fingering projects.
I don't carry that very often anymore unless somebody asks for it.
Yeah, it's very light. It's basically a fingering. But I started the Davina hat for me.
And it is definitely bright.
It is. Well, I have a yellow hat, but it's a heavier weight. It's in my favorite Miss Babs yellow. And I just need something sometimes to cover my hair when I can't get all my flyaways covered and just kind of stuff everything underneath there. And that's mostly why I'm making this. But I need a fingering weight to do that. So that's what this is for. And I'm just still in my seed rib.
Good Morning Sunshine.
I'm sorry, garter rib, not seed rib. So.
I like that's pretty.
Thank you. Davina says she likes the pattern, which makes me happy because it
Oh,
was.
it's a Davina's hat.
Yeah, it's a Davina's hat
I
pattern.
don't know why you said Davina's hat, and I knew you said Davina's hat, but I heard Diana's hat.
No, Davina's hat. Well, I've accidentally called the Davina's hat the Diana's hat before because the names are kind of close. And I mean, the Diana's hat definitely had an influence on the shape I was looking at because Davina likes that shape. But I mean, so many aspects of it are different. But
It's a great hat.
Davina does like the hat. She says she likes the Diana's hat, but she really likes this one. I think partially because it's designed for her, but also because whereas with the Diana's hat, I always had to add more slouch to make Davina happy. I've already designed it with plenty of slouch because Davina she thinks it's more fashionable to have more slouch. And that's fine by me. I mean, I could stick more hair underneath the slouchy hats.
Okay.
Oh, and the bag. This is my Star Knits R2 pyramid bag. And this bag is actually, like, when I picked this up, I wasn't sure what I feel about this shape. It was kind of an odd shape for me. I just wanted to try it. I really love the shape. It's perfect for just like a carry-along hat project. I wouldn't probably put much more. It would be good for socks. Hats, socks, that kind of
Small
thing.
things. Mitts,
Small
maybe.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really like it. Well, for me, mitts, unless it's the fun mitts, where it's just like one.
Ladies' favorite.
I guess you're right. Lady's favorite is just one. Yeah, I wouldn't do it for colorwork mitts, which I also like to do. I would do it for something that only requires one skein.
Right. Okay, now my next one is in my Chronically Crocheting llama bag. I love this bag. Llama.
That's why we said llama.
Yeah, llama. This is, I have a dishcloth here. Of course, this is where I have all my dishcloths. Let me see, where is it?
Where is it?
Where is it? Okay, here it is.
That's a reference too.
Yes, it is.
I don't remember what the reference is, but it's a reference.
It is. Okay, so here it is. I've started this. So I try to give Brittany 2 of each color if I can.
I was gonna pick up the dish sheet sale, but I couldn't see enough of the colors. I looked at it and was like, I don't really need it right now.
Yeah, that's what's happening to me too. I have partial skeins in here, and I've got 2 full skeins up there.
I mean, I'd like to have red, but I couldn't justify the shipping.
Right. Not sure why I have. Oh, I said
for just just 2 things of red, which would come out to like $3.
Right.
My shipping would cost more than that.
Yeah. In fact, I had White Dishy come in with what I'm going to talk about in stash enhancements because it's been sitting in my cart, but I only had 2 skeins in there. It was worth it for the shipping, so I left it in there for a while. So this is the dishcloth I'm wearing. This is kind of a teal, but
and this cotton is nice. It doesn't hurt your hands.
I think I could make a toy out of this.
It's a really nice cotton.
I want to try to make a toy. I think this would be great for a baby toy because they drool on it, and little babies, like one of Taya's toys that I make in this, would be good for a baby because
I would start with like Bratz.
I think Biddy.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to suggest that. Not right now.
Biddy. Would be good in this. One of those smaller ones. So
with not a ton of
color work and
things
stuff.
going on.
Yeah. So this is it. It's what I'm working on right now for the cloth. I'm kind of tangled up. I'm not sure why I'm tangled up.
Tangled up in blue?
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right.
So it's my turn.
Yep.
Just because I want to make sure that she is fully out of the way, I'll go over the one I can't show yet.
Right.
I am
Because sometimes she comes in to say, I got it all.
Right, exactly. But she did know I was podcasting because I made sure I put that in the text.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think she sent me a response to... Yes, she did. Let me say thank you. Thank you. And do the little symbol for heart. She now knows some of the symbols.
We told her the symbols, so she knows what they are.
Because she has what we tell her is a Star Trek.
It's a flip phone, and so we call it her communicator.
So she'll answer, like, Chekhov here.
Yeah, she loves Chekhov. From the classic series.
So. But I am so close. I want to finish this next week. But it might be a bit challenging with the new deadline on the other project. Because I'm not going to show other people, but I want you to see my marker. Is that the side with a marker? Hold on.
Have you shown them the color?
No, I'll show it to them when it's done. I got,
Oh, good,
That's
yeah.
how much I got done since I measured it. Was
That's
it was
about 2
32 inches then, so I'm close to 34, I guess. I'd say that's about
About 2 inches.
yeah. So I'd say it's about 34 now. Once I get to 39 inches, I can do the edging, which will go like that.
It's really pretty.
It's just that it's only because I can see the deadline coming, and the lady I'm making this for, she has not asked me once. I've sent her updates, but she hasn't asked me once for me. I really need to send her another update soon.
She's a doll.
I used to work with her.
Yeah. Davina loves her. But anyway, okay.
But that is in my Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival tote. I was telling Davina how good totes are for blankets, because she said that her blankets are outgrowing
Right.
some of her bags that she has. Like her frozen bag is just holding yarn right now.
I'm gonna have to look into getting her a tote for Christmas.
Yeah, something that can hold her blankets,
Yeah.
because she doesn't have a place to put them,
Yeah.
and she likes making those huge ones.
Yeah, she does. And even the Afghans require a space.
Right. Well, this is a baby blanket. This requires space.
This is in the same vein. This is the same pattern. And it's, I can't show it to you. I can show you the color.
Yeah, because it's still. I'm just trying to make sure that this is not okay. Good. I was just checking something for my phone, but
And the people,
it's still in the process of being written. Once it's done, it'll be in testing.
it's these 3 colors because I didn't have enough of the other one of the colors. So that's what I'm doing here. It's Bare Necessities and then 2 Miss Babs. And that's all I can say about that.
Mom, really quickly, Davina did text speak.
Oh,
She
did she?
loves a text speak where you misspell.
I can't read it.
You are welcome. Period. I was happy to do it. LUV, and then you.
Yes. See, I did do like 12 years of school for her, or not quite 12.
You see, if you get text from me, if there's errors in grammar, it's because I got if there's errors in grammar or spelling, it's because my phone changed something on me.
Yeah.
Or
Or my finger hits something sometimes.
or something like that. But otherwise, I am like grammatically and everything is like absolutely correct when I send a text, and I will actually go and proofread, and then if I catch something after I've sent it, I will do like a little asterisk and this is actually what it should say.
Yeah, I've done that.
Or like that's spelled wrong, or actually I should have an apostrophe there. Like
Right.
anyone cares that I misspelled or didn't do
I know
grammar
Patty's
right.
got some weird texts from me on occasion, messenger type things, Wombat of Doom, for me that have been, because I'll be dictating it because I'm in a hurry, and I won't have a chance to look it over, and the stupid voice recognition puts all this really weird stuff. I have to go back and say, that's not what I wanted to say. And she's like, yeah, I was wondering what you were talking about.
And sometimes I'll proofread and it'll change it like in between me proofreading
Yes.
and sending.
Yes.
It makes me frustrated because I'm like, I checked that.
Yes.
Um,
Okay, so your turn?
It is. Let me finish my last few stitches here. But Davina likes the text speak. And actually probably doesn't try to correct. Well, hers is a dumb phone, so it doesn't
Yeah.
do that anyway.
Not dumb phone, it's a quasi-smartphone.
Well, I say dumb phone because it's not a smartphone.
It's a quasi-smartphone.
It doesn't, it's a simple phone. It's a phone.
it's a
It does
simple
what
phone.
it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it does what it's supposed to do. It's not dumb. She loves the fact that she can flip it open.
Yeah. Okay, what am I doing now? The one for her. Because I'm pretty sure she's far away now.
Just keep your voice down
Yeah,
a little bit.
In my Ravelry tote bag, this project is probably way too small for what it's for the bag it's in. I probably have to have another bag I can put this in. Actually, I know I have another bag I can put this in, but I choose not to.
Too much energy.
This was the one that was immediately free. Okay, so in my Plymouth yarn, core colors, knitting worsted weight yarn. This is something Mom gave me. She made my teddy bear out of it. And you also probably made a shawl out of it. It's Ocean Drift. That's the colorway.
I want to say I made a toy of it.
You made me a teddy bear.
I thought I made something else. Okay.
You made think you made a scarf for Grandpa, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Or you meant for a scarf to be. You got way too much.
I did.
Because the people didn't know how to judge for crochet. 75% acrylic, 25% wool. And I've slowly been talking Davina into the idea that when I initially made this, I was very interested. No, this is Brat the kitten. He's a kitten. He's a baby. But now I'm just kind of like, well, maybe he's a fluffy little short one because Davina doesn't want a baby cat, and I don't want to make her one of the big ones. So I'm like, it's a fluffy little short cat. She doesn't know she's getting this.
Oh, I like the way the eyes turned out. It was a good choice.
Yeah, so I used Zing for the eyes, and this is her Christmas gift. And since I've kind of talked her into it now, she's like, oh, I hope you'll make me a brat sometime. She doesn't know I'm making her one. I think this is the muzzle here. No, I finished the muzzle.
And this is Brat.
Where'd my muzzle go?
I mean, this one is Snickerdoodles, but it's Brat.
Where'd my muzzle go?
Cute.
Muzzle. Oh, there's my muzzle.
Brat, Brat, Brat.
Come here, muzzle.
Brat, Brat, Brat.
Because this is what I'm working on the part on. Hold on, this part of the kitty right now. And there's the muzzle. Oh, look at his little face.
Isn't he adorable?
So I forgot how much fun
I love
this
toys.
is.
Yeah.
You know, as they start coming together, you're just like, oh, look at you. And he isn't even stuffed yet.
They're just cute.
Davina will probably call him Quicksilver or something. Right
yeah.
now, I've called him Swift. What I'll probably tell her is he was named Swift when he was born, but he can be named whatever by his new owner. Because sometimes they do that with animals when, you know, they'll say whatever their name was by the breeder. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know.
I've heard that too.
So, yay. I mostly worked on him on Sunday.
He's adorable.
So,
He's adorable.
and I'm pretty sure she's going to make it a he because all of her toys are he's.
For whatever reason.
Well, all of the actors she likes are he's.
Well, not
Not all, but
Scarlet,
most.
both Wanda and Black Widow.
She likes a few female she likes a few actresses, but she mostly likes the guys. So, she'll probably have this one be a he too.
Yeah. All right, and my my last project is in my Holiday Owls bag. This is Kickapoo Owls. Kickapoo bags, my owl bag. And this is my Fire Engine Red Preemie hat. No pattern or designer. I'm using a Cindy Wood loom and Bravo worsted. And I think the color's cherry red. This is oranges tied up in here.
Tied up in orange?
No, it's tied up. All kinds of stuff is tied up in here. So this is, I didn't really work a lot on this. I took it out to work. I forget when I took it out to work. Oh, when we did the live stream, I decided I didn't want to work it.
Oh.
So that's,
I did 61. I just forgot to mark it off.
it's about maybe halfway through. Because I found out preemies don't have to be as long.
Oh.
So,
Well, that makes sense.
yeah.
Their heads aren't as big.
So that's that. Not much to say.
Okay, well, that finishes me for projects.
Okay, do you have any FOs?
I wish, but no.
Okay, I
'Cause
have-
I finished Davina's hat a while ago.
I have
Last
one, and
podcast
it's
out.
nothing that you haven't seen before. I didn't know if I was going to have one, but I did finish it in my crocheting bag here. I have to finish the ends, but this one is the one I finished. So when I finish the other one, I'll have two of this color.
Sorry.
So I think I'm going on a baker's dozen right now.
Mhm.
So I may do some more. I may
Very
not.
cool.
We'll see. So that's in here.
Well, you're really cranking those out.
Yeah.
Oh, question. Did we say that we said that the FOs came after the cards and no, FOs first? Yeah, FOs first, then cards and
Yeah.
string. Do you have anything for the graphic novel?
No.
Okay. Graphic novel is now been meant for cards where it used to be cross stitching. So I do have stuff for beads and string. More than I probably should, to be quite honest with you. But this is my release when I want to get away from the blanket for a little while or away from the editing. Because it goes really quickly. And it's kind of like that, what's it called? The
Instant gratification.
yeah, thank you. It's instant gratification. Oh, good, I got one done. Yes. So I get something even after working this long project that takes months. I need that instant gratification. So this one I started yesterday. And it's got a St. Benedict's medal
Very pretty.
as a centerpiece, and I'll have a Benedictine cross. And it's got a red cord because I looked it up and all the icons I saw with Saint Benedict had him with red in there somewhere.
I wonder why, because he wasn't a martyr. I guess maybe he wasn't a bishop either.
No, I'm not sure if it has something to do with the fact that he's associated with exorcisms or
I don't know.
I don't know. But all the icons I saw had red in the picture somewhere. So, and I kind of was leaning toward red anyway for him for some reason, so I went with it. So there's the one that I have in progress. I finished quite a few. One of them is already up in the shop. This is the black cord version of my Behold the Man. So it's got that, you probably can't see it very well, but it's got that centerpiece with Jesus's face. I guess it would have been the Shroud of Turin, right?
Probably, looks like it.
Yeah, and then the
Either that or the veil of Veronica's veil.
crown of thorns and nails crucifix. And I went with the black cord and the hematite beads to go with the one that has a purple cord. And the hematite beads and the red cord and the hematite beads. Just give several options. I probably won't do the black cord with the silver beads. I just kind of don't feel like it would look
Unless
as well.
somebody asks.
Unless somebody asks. But of my own volition, I probably won't. With all my rosaries I make, if someone wants a specific cord color, I will make them that cord color. You want to hold? Hold does not mean keep.
That's 90% of the...
I forgot. I need to figure out what I'm going to call this one. I had something and then I'm not sure if I want to go with that. I usually try to have something that has a Bible verse or a quote from a saint or something because I usually prefer Bible verses. It's got a Trinity crucifix. Did I show this last time?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I kind of feel like I showed this last time. No, I don't think I did. I was working on it. That's what it was. So it's got the Trinity crucifix with the Father holding up Jesus behind the cross and then the Holy Spirit above him in different like places in Rome on the back. And then you have the monstrance with the host in the center. And it's got this gold cord. Let's see. The next one I finished, someone had ordered something with a royal blue cord and I loved how it turned out, so I had to make another one with a royal blue cord for the
Very
shop.
striking.
And this is just a nice simple centerpiece with Our Lady. A nice simple crucifix. Just very classic simple. It's wanting to twist on me for some reason because it wants to. I think the string's landing in there a little weirdly. Okay, there we go. But yeah. Like how that one turned out. This isn't just a nice plain one, a simple one for someone who doesn't necessarily want all the pizzazz. Here's another one that's nice and simple. I
like the way the silver on silver.
This is a
Excuse me, guys.
slate blue. It kind of has like a bluish tint to the silver. And it's got a Maracas medal on the centerpiece. And then it's just a really nice silvery blue cord.
It looks almost like a silvery periwinkle.
Yeah, and it's just it's kind
Or
of
gray. You know, it's just
classy.
It's hard to tell. That's very pretty.
And I'll be making more rosaries of that cord too, because I like how that turned out. This is a St. Joseph one, and I felt St. Joseph needed to have wood because he's a carpenter. So he had the wood crucifix, and he has the dark wood beads, and he has like a light brown tan cord. Obviously, I can do different ones if people want it, but I really felt like St. Joseph needed wood. And I had someone request this, funny enough, while I was making these. She's going to be getting one that's custom made because she wanted wood beads, and I still have those coming in. But I made some sacrifice beads for the shop. And we've talked about this before. It kind of like while you're going through the day, it keeps you constantly praying. You have something happen that either frustrates you or is painful or whatever, and you pull a bead and you offer it up and you pray instead of getting mad. That's the idea anyway. Sometimes I still get mad while I'm offering it up. But that's my fault. It's not the fault of the beads. It's just that I need to become a better person.
It's not a talisman. It's just a reminder.
Yeah, exactly. So I have a couple varying, oopsie, throw it down. I have a couple varying lengths because not everyone has the same wrist size. And I'll try to mark the lengths on there. They probably won't be together then. They'll probably be listed separately because each one has a slightly different length. These two, the purple and the teal are probably my longest one. They're close to being the same. The teal one's really the longer one. Then the red and the purple are the same. So these two could possibly be listed together. These two are the same size as the one I'm currently wearing. And like I said, these two are a bit longer. And it has a little lobster clasp, so you can close it and use it as a bracelet. And like I said, as you can see, I'm wearing mine now. And Mom has one that I made her with the teal. And pretty soon these will all be going up in the shop.
Okay. Now, is that it for that?
That is it for that.
Okay, was that shop news?
That was beads and string.
Beads and string. Okay. Royalties. I got an order of half skeins in from one of my suppliers, and I got another order of DK and fingering sock weight from my other supplier. So I will have enough to do hopefully what people want for the holidays and fall and all that kind of stuff before, God forbid, we have another pandemic resurgence. Right. So I have that came in, and I also, this is stash enhancement, kind of. When I started having real trouble with my hands and thought I wasn't going to be crocheting anymore, I put aside some of the books I had. I got rid of a bunch and put aside some like for prizes and stuff. And I went looking to pull the prizes that I showed you, and I found this book. I said, I don't want to give this away. So this is what it is. It's called The Complete Book of Crochet Stitch Designs.
Well, especially since you're looking at designing more, I think that's a good idea. That's probably why you got it, honestly.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of different designs. I'm still trying to figure out how to work that into a pattern, but yeah. So it's got a whole bunch of different patterns. They're really, and the way they do it is very nice.
Well, it looks like some of the ones I've seen for knit.
Yeah, it's just. They've got it into different stitches, different ways, like triple or double or whatever. I'm wondering if they will have...
Because if you look at one of these, okay, so what it should tell you, multiples of 2.
Mm-hmm, yeah, it tells you the multiples. What I was hoping is they would also, I wish some book would do it where they do all the stitches and then they say, these stitches, even if they just list them, these are all multiples of 2. These are all multiples of 6. These are all even number multiples, all odd number multiples. These are multiples
of... Well, it all depends on what stitch you're working with.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What I want them to do is, after they do all this, is go through and just name the stitch and the page and say, these are stitches that use a multiple of 2. These are stitches that use a multiple of 3. So you know what to put together.
I think part of why they do it is they have things that look similar together, and you're looking for what you like, and then you see if it matches what you need.
Yeah, but it'd be helpful if you could.
I think that's pretty.
I do too.
And that's multiples of 2.
Yeah, that reminds me.
And that's a really nice.
That reminds me of the stitch I'm doing for my scarf.
I think that one's really nice too, and that's multiples of 4.
So you could do both of them together.
Right, exactly. Alternating or whatever. So you have a lot of options here.
Okay, so that's good. Okay, so that's our. Royalties.
Yeah, because I have Rosary Supplies royalties, but I get that in constantly. You guys. Also, I'm afraid if I bring the boxes in here, I'll drop them and then beads all over the place.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to kind of rush a little bit here because my husband's out and it's almost time for lunch, and we're getting long. So we're going to go through. Writing and reading really quick.
No real shop news because we hit shop news.
I do have shop news.
Oh, you do have shop news?
I do have shop news. That's why I want to go through this real quick.
Okie dokie. We usually do shop news before.
All right.
Because remember, we tell people to buy before we get to personal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we still have to do the writing and stuff like I was talking about.
Oh, I apologize. We still do shop news before that, though.
Okay. Well, I don't have it before that.
Oopsie.
Okay. I was kind of busy. I've got new colorways and one that's kind of returning. People who were at the live stream saw these already. I have this much yarn, and there's 2 different colorways. I have 2 colorways on 2 different bases, so I have 4 of each colorway, 2 different colorways, 2 DK, 2 fingering sock of each. So I'm going to show you first. This is the one that's returning. I only did one of these last year because I didn't have enough time to it was after Halloween. It was going into Christmas, and I thought maybe it wouldn't sell well. At that point, I probably should have put it on anyway. But this is Spooky. This is Spooky.
Well, there are people's propensity for liking purple.
Yes. This one is Spooky. I have 2 DK and 2 sock weight. And this has not been reskeined yet. So
I'm going to mark that I ate half of this. I think I gave you about half.
I don't think you gave me that much.
But okay. Well, then I will say 0.6. 6.
Okay, so this is a very deep purple that's almost a royal blue, but it's purple, definitely purple. And so this is spooky. I have 2 DK, 2 fingering sock, and it will be going up in the shop as soon as I can rescan it and take pictures. So it won't look the same in the pictures. It'll look like whatever it looks like when it's rescanned. And then my other one is a new colorway, and these are both on sparkle base. My DK Sparkle and my DK Stardust and my fingering sock Stardust. And this is You Can Do Magic. Okay, and this is kind of a Halloween color, I guess. You Can Do Magic? No, this is You Can Do Magic.
There is a song for You Can Do Magic, though, right?
You can do magic. You can do
Is that a disco song?
anything that you desire. No,
I know it, but I don't know where I know it from.
I wouldn't call that a disco song. So this is You Can Do Magic, and this is actually based on our local yarn store. Her colors.
You know, that sounds like a song that someone would do like during the aerobic type things that you used to. Is it not?
Not well. Maybe,
It makes me think of that era.
Maybe it was. I think it was 70s, early 80s.
Because I kind of see in my head like somebody wearing like the exercise gear with a high ponytail. Like
yeah, I mean, we never used it in our aerobic stuff, but
it sounds like it belongs like in something like, I don't know, Adventures in Babysitting or something like that. It feels like that era.
It might be, but like I said, it's not quite the same. Mm-hmm. At least we never used it.
Okay.
And the many places I went to.
Well, you were really into that.
So yes, this is You Can Do Magic. I have 4 skeins of this, 2 DK Sparkle, and 2 DK Stardust, and 2 fingering sock Stardust. So these will be going up in the shop as soon as I can get pictures. I do have, as we said about the sales, I have done updates. There will be more updates already. That's in draft form. For the sale, I will try to get these up for sale, but I don't know that I will.
Yeah, I want to get mine up for sale, but like I said, I have 2 commissions that are very, very time sensitive now.
Okay, so now, you have anything for shop?
No, I think I covered it all in other things because unfortunately I can't do a whole lot for shop right now.
Right. Okay. So moving on, I did some.
One thing. Only thing I'd say is, if you're a tester of mine, I haven't gotten back to you. I know that your email's there. I've had a lot on my plate. I am planning to get to you.
Okay. Shared story. I am writing on it. Reading Queen by Timothy Zahn still. And I'm still working on Pray Like Mary and Consider the Lilies. Basically, that's all I'm doing. I've got, DVDs that I'm watching on Sunday and things like that, but otherwise nothing else.
I've basically been binge watching The Great Courses Plus because I can do that while I'm knitting the blanket or working on rosaries. I finished the one on the great women from through history up to the 1400s. And I started and finished the one on great law cases in history. I'm currently watching a really good one on the rise and fall of Rome. The guy's really... I've watched a couple of theirs on that, and some of the professors are really dry. I had to stop watching a Greek one because the professor was putting me to sleep. But this guy's really dynamic, and I'm enjoying him. Now, I did fall asleep last night to his lecture, but that wasn't his fault. That was a mixture of shower and physical therapy, one after another.
Okay, so we're not going to go too much into that.
No. I just wanted to say
we
that's
just wanted to say what she's doing. We don't have anything else really, except that we are going to be podcasting hopefully again next Saturday. The next tea time will be the end of September, right?
Yes.
And then the next live stream.
It's the last Friday of September.
And the last live stream will be the first Friday of October.
Right. And
okay.
My neurology appointment doesn't affect either of those. It's a Monday. That's when they're able to get me in.
And PT doesn't affect any of those either. So, okay, so we want to say thank you to all the people who commented either on the YouTube or on the PHN homepage. If I don't mention you, it's only because I haven't seen you.
Right.
Okay. Before podcasting. We want to thank Brittany, Sequa75, Maribella's Hooked, Wendy, I'm not going to do your last name, Chronically Crocheting. She's, Wendy is MacGyver. Okay. Chronically Crocheting, SK Hoyt, and Emma. I'm not going to say your last name either. Okay, because I don't know if you want that.
And I also want to thank our 2 new patrons.
Yes. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you will join us again here for the Fun the Woman Cave next week. We wish you a Labor Day weekend if you're in the States. Wonderful Labor Day weekend. For the rest of you, a very wonderful week and weekend full of everything that makes you happy and every blessing and good thing. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 418.
Yes.
And that's a wrap.
Bye. I could eat a horse.
That sounds very gross and unnice and all that stuff.